Hey guys, so apparently today was kind of different from what I usually do. It's just, yeah, I've not been on my computer very much today, so I'm just, I, I'm really, I'm really feeling just, like it's just best if I just went outside, just did some landscape shots, and I mean, I'm starting to really find out that that yeah, like half the people in Alberta can't even be trusted. So I have trust issues with, like, I mean, I'm so the truth just hurts. And it does, like, I think what it comes down to is I'm afraid of not being understood. Like, I'm afraid of them losing understanding, and, like, but there are things that I'm better off just to type out in words, because I can't even say it out loud. Like, no matter how I tried, I never get it. And yeah, and as I was saying, like, the next 3 to 5 years are gonna change everything. I mean, I'm not a perfect person, but there are things that are better off. Like, they're better off, or they're about me, that I'm better off in a world where that's more socially accepting. And I mean, Red Deer is so socially conservative, and I think most people in Alberta are conservative. I mean, Calgary and Edmonton might be on the left wing or whatever, because they're trying to get people to get on the bus more. But even then, like, I mean, there's a difference between lower income, middle income, and upper income, and on how they spend their money. I mean, I was from a lower income family. My mother didn't have any money left after all the necessities were paid for it. There were so many crazy babysitters, and I never I've always felt safe at home and all the time, like, but when I wasn't, I was very vulnerable. And but you know people in the lower income, like, the money to them is just so that they can get their bills paid for, and all their and everything, and all their everything, like, they need all their necessities. He's 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 like, I don't know, like, they're not all the necessary things, like all the necessary expenses, like, but most often they don't have the discretionary expenses to buy something they want. And middle income people are the ones that are being taxed the most because of the misconception of them being in big mansions and all that. Like, I mean, someone with a six-figure income wouldn't even think of it. Like, too often they're just. I mean, but a five-figure income, just, they make sure their bills are paid on time so that they can and build their credit, and then and then just pay for things that they don't even, with money they don't even have. And that builds up their debt. And then you got the upper class who are using debt to control others and to make them, and so that they make money. You know, wealth nowadays is becoming more and more polarized, and life is becoming so difficult and arduous. Yeah, like, I mean, like, people on Asia just, I find like, even, and I don't blame my girlfriend for her going to another city, and it really, and it really makes sense, like, yeah. And you know, like, people, and they go to West Edmonton Mall just to buy things that are not healthy for them, because they're just they act like little kids, but I don't even like these people, like, they belittle others, they talk about others behind their backs, and just, they don't understand the gist of everything, and, you know, like, I don't know what what they really want, but whatever it is, it's nothing I care about. I mean, it's like I'm saying, like, tomorrow I'm gonna do some exercise and lose pounds, but when will that tomorrow be? Like, if that make if that ever make if that ever makes sense, like. You know, like, but I know now that everything has changed. No, people in Alberta, half the people in Alberta are just, it's not what you see is not what you always, is what you get, and it's like they're hiding behind a mask, trying to, trying, trying to hide their gripping truths, and some of them are even turning to crime. Yeah, even in a central Alberta, like, Blackvault is crawling with criminals. There's, in Red Deer has been, even Red Deer, there's been, around down in the superstore downtown, there was almost a carjacking. Like they're trying to, they're doing whatever it takes just to try and cover their tracks, and yeah. In fact, as a matter of fact, players that are in favor of these things are just trying to evade there's the police. You know, and they've set up crime dens in other locales. You know, it's like no one can be trusted anymore. That's all it comes down to. Just absolute distrust, and I will no longer just. Oh, I will no longer or condone any of the behaviors, like some people at the CSS system, and just. That's why Kelly wants to leave Red Deer, and that's why, and what's more is that they're starting to find that the time change is causing more health problems, and it's making more people get involved in car accidents and all that. That's what they say anyway. Like, I mean, when in Saskatchewan, they've been on like 365 daylight time, like year round, and to me, like, I wouldn't think of much I wouldn't think. I mean, I don't think much of people anymore. I don't think of what others think of me, because I only realize people people really seldom think of me anymore. Or at least those people who don't who are not really my friends, or just in there for my seat for only their season, and like their season is not my season. And yeah, just really, I'm really just, I'm fed up with all the, uh, I mean, with all the dodginess and, you know, like, you know, like, and I know, and I've done some dodgy stuff myself, and sometimes it's best if you just go and enjoy life better. You know, just enjoy life how you want it to be, and that doesn't mean you have to get drunk or something. Like, I mean, that's another misconception that people are trying to are falling for. Is just you gotta have these parties at these rich people's houses. You know, yeah, you know, you wouldn't be surprised about how many of these rich people are trying to keep their money from getting taxed by opening up bank accounts in countries without income tax laws. And Bermuda is one of the worst tax havens out there. Yeah, so now and all these corporations for profit companies are just, yeah. And another thing I wanted to say too is that, you know, these big cities, like, they're like prisons for us. They're prisons that we've built ourselves, and you know, you try to get out but you can't, and it really, yeah, like, I'm done. You know, I'm losing my love for Alberta, and like, I think there's just too much. But but I know that when I sometimes, like, and people, and Favorite Nietzsche said that people are just too afraid to feel to face the truth because it'll destroy their illusions, and you know, like, and it's time for me to face the truth and finally get everything out and be free, I guess. But I guess that's all. That's the only thing. That's all I can do. So, anyways, yeah, like, it's just. I mean, it's disheartening, but sometimes you gotta do what you must, and yeah, I know, I've been in that. I've never been in that position, and like feeling confused and lacking mission. But what am I gonna regret? But I'm better off just to not regret it in a single day of my life. And I know I've done some bad things, but those bad things are just better off remembered. You know, I mean, if people were learn to remember at their bad decisions, and and forget their the good deeds they did, they feel they find themselves in a much better position. You know, that's something I need to really keep in mind myself. Anyways, that's it for today. So till next time. So tomorrow I'll probably see what it brings, and then Sunday it's back home. Yeah, and yeah, like, and maybe I am feeling kind of that fall anxiety as well. Like, I can't really, yeah, I'm starting to really think that maybe I am. Like, maybe it is true for me. Anyways, that's all I can say. So, till then, just stay tuned.